Today, in part 2 of how to make great lessons using Smart Notebook, we're going to set up the interface. And part of the interface is in the floating toolbar, which we want to move, or rather hide, because we're never going to use it. So if you just move over to the right hand side, you will see this icon, Smartboard. Right click and say hide floating tools. There. Also, if you wish, you can just exit this because we don't really need any of this either. So let's get rid of that. And now we're back to setting up the interface. As you can see, we have the sidebar interface and we have the tools interface, which is on the top. Now, in order to make it more convenient when using a smartboard pen or the infrared pen, which I use, we want to make these icons a little bigger. Also, if your smart board or your board is too high, remember you can always click this icon here to put the interface at the bottom. And also you can change the left sidebar over to the right. But for me, I prefer to leave this over to the left, and this I usually leave on the top as I teach small children and they need to reach the bottom. They need to have an area at the bottom where they can draw. So I'm just going to right click anywhere on this border and up pops the customized toolbar. You can also click on this small icon here. Now, this toolbar is for the actions, this is for the add-ons, and this is for the tools. So let's concentrate on the actions first. Now here, I don't use tables very often, so I can right click and just drag it back into here. The same goes for the document camera, drag it back to here. The same, I don't do maths, so I don't need that. And I don't use Smart Exchange that often, so I'll get rid of that. Now, I often need to delete quickly, so I'm just going to drag that till it gets blue line, and you can see it's become really large, which is great. Now, what I can do is this large icon I can put into the small box and give myself more real estate. Another thing I like to use is this clear ink, which is great because when you've been doing a lot of drawing and you just want a fresh page, click this, cleans all the ink. I'll show you that soon. First of all, is there anything else I need here? Okay, so there's nothing more I need here. Now I'll move to the tools and I will actually move out this selector, which is a very useful tool. I will move over my highlighters. Just try that again. And in fact, I'll move the selector to be on this side. Put the highlighter, the selector. I'll put my magic pen there. That's something very useful. And let's see if I can use the creative pen. And finally, the writing pen. Okay, so I think that's everything. And also the eraser. And I'll put that in between the pens so that I can jump from pen to eraser quite quickly. You notice 2 boxes are blank here, so I'll just move this box over here. And we gain real estate. So, if you don't like this and you prefer to go to restore tools, you can restore them as before. Okay, so that's done. Now we have the interface the way I want it, so I can draw, and we have the sidebar in the right place for me to use it quickly.